We need a challenger for the undefeated Fortitude in the final, another best of 5. And here on the upper left-hand side, we got the challenger indeed who has a marvelous run eliminating Focus in the quarterfinal. This is Dise! His opponent who could make a Chinese final real. Give it up for Colorful! And now we can finally talk, Mr. Razormoon. I know you want to talk all about Knight of Mirror.
Oh yeah. So map is Hammerfall, and indeed we are getting a Demon Hunter Classic Mirror. However, the opener is quite different. Colorful is very well known to be super solid standard player, of course, going for usually his Beowulf, Dryads and Bears. Also, a lot of Night Elf players really afraid to go into the Bear Mirror against him. So we're gonna see if Dise has some. He's very well known for also like preparing special tactics, and let's see if he's gonna throw one on those. We could already see that the creeping is quite unusual, and because if you pick up the item with your demon and proceed straight forward to the camp that Dise is currently creeping, Demon Hunter Colorfuls is not gonna make it here. He is actually gonna make it only once the other DH is gonna be level 2 and not gonna have level 2 on top of that.
Okay, so this looks a bit rough for Colorful at the moment. He was racing across, maybe expecting something different. First little advantage for Dise.
And look at that. That's a sneaky peeky export tier 1. Exactly the special tactics we were waiting for. From here, you could potentially try to play into Talons on this map. There is no Merc cap, so there is going to be the problem with anti-magic shield dispel while being tier 3, but you could use Wisps for that very reason. And Colorful, of course, here is blessed with the very best item, which is the ring. He could not really trade much HP here. He needs to get to like 3 archer count, possibly by circlet, and then just try to brute force his way for the expansion canceling.
All right, Colorful, of course, super readable. He only plays Demon Hunter Bears. Everybody knows it. You said it already. Dise is quite the polar opposite with a lot of cheeky strats. We saw it in the match against Focus. Tower push out of nowhere. Talons out of nowhere. Focus clearly didn't expect that. And once again, opens it up. This early expansion is super rare, but staff onto the whiz. Wonderful play by Colorful. Is it enough to kick this one?
It depends on how far away really archers are. One Demon Hunter is never enough, and as I said before, once you want to cancel this, you need 2 to 3 archers, and of course here Colorful is blessed with items. He did not sell his TP, but he was still able to purchase Circlet, and it's going to be traded for a TP in here, and that's a surround by Dise.
Well done. Even the Wisp saved here too. Can he get it? Yo, arrows not flying. So Expo down, can expand on the spot now maybe to save some time. Colorful's TP is gone. It's not a perfect early game for any of the players.
I would actually agree, but thing is he just traded entire mana pool and HP pool on his Demon Hunter, so he used his Moonwells, and now once you gotta creep and gotta really use that Moon Juice towards your creep, and you are not able to do that very thing just yet. So Dise has some Moon Juice advantage, which could lead to stronger tier 2 timings. However, expansion of course indeed was cancelled. It is getting rebuild, but now it's going to be quite easier to cancel it for the second time.
Alrighty, we got tier 2 on the way for both players. Dise not even too far behind, and the creeping game starts so far, but very careful opening, I would say.
Yeah, I would actually agree with you, Neo, here. Dise, of course, wants to head towards level 3 Demon Hunter, as this Demon Hunter level 3 serves as a key towards killing any second hero, whatever it is. Keeper, Naga. Let's see if any of the players are going to be doing some special tactics. Naga, it is for Colorful. He's actually intercepting Wisp, and yeah.
That's a big one. No second hero for Dise to support him. Tier 2 wasn't done yet. At least he sees Colorful coming, but he's a hero down, and the Expo's still not up.
However, if he's gonna trade all HP here, as we remember, his Moon Juice is not really quite healthy just yet, but he has a Naga advantage here. Of course, Dise is trying to focus that Naga down. He's just trying to buy some more time, so he gets his expansion, and the Colorful's Naga is getting focused. No boots for either player available, and actually he decides to let her go. Okay, tricky situation Dise has right now.
No reveal at the moment. Nice Shadow Melt as well. It's kind of rare when 2 Nagas meet. Usually 1 dies guaranteed. Mana burn again, and Colorful maneuvering out. Now boots for Dise. Gives him more momentum and a little bit more safety on the Naga maybe. Doesn't pass it yet.
Oh yeah, and Colorful actually is going for quite late tier 3 because as an option you could go do lower tier 3 lower timing if you want to rush your bears, but he's going for 2 lures into tier 3, so his rejuvenation is going to be out eventually, but not just yet. Nice deny by Dise, and Naga is getting focused. Demon Hunter on the Dise side is getting focused as well. He's barely escaping, and one more hit, and Demon Hunter with no HP!
Maybe an
Is he
evasion
making
could
it?
help.
He needs to press a TP!
TP now, and both save their heroes. Ay, crazy exchange between them, and some people say Night Elf Mirror is boring.
Oh yeah, expansion is up for Dise. It is going to be a little bit tricky for Dise now because you gotta heal your Demon Hunter, and the only healing available if you're really going for must tier 2 Dryad strategy is whatever you left on your Moon Juice. There is about 50 seconds of nighttime left for both players. Daytime basically is about to come actually, and Dise is going to be forced into maybe shop, maybe even double shop for purchasing those HP pots.
Okay, he needs it anyway for the staffs, I guess. Nobody really at level 3 yet, but that will change in a second. The 2 Naga, not a single XP point, so everything was saved or denied.
Oh yeah, I think actually Naga against Naga, once we talk about must Dryads, is going to be favoring Colorful, as he's going to be able to deal more HP damage, because once you're playing Keeper against must Dryads, it does basically nothing except maybe a better orb carry.
Demon Hunter is very strong on both sides, lots of HP, lots of stats. We're moving towards the middle. Colorful a little tame now. Of course he knows that he's on a timer playing against an expansion, but he's also waiting for his timing. Now with tier 3 completing and Bears coming.
Oh yeah, and Dise is actually, that's a real Demon Hunter. He was able to just come like that, and Mana Burn, Colorful. Mana Burn is not really anything. He maybe wants to try and almost try to last hit, was not yet successful just yet. And Dise is trying to just creep. He's gonna need heal scrolls, he's gonna need Dryads, he is getting Nature Blessing upgrade. That upgrade basically allows your Expo not to die from that initial bear bust with like 3 to 4 bears. It usually comes with the orb timing from the Colorful side.
Helps a lot against Sappers as well down the road. The laboratory is kind of close to that expansion spot, so with the Night Elves always have to keep that on your mind. They like to go kaboom, and now we fight again. I feel like this is a very brawly tournament. Like there's very few downtimes between the players. They just want to fight.
They just want to fight, but Colorful is yet again a little bit more successful here. He was able to last hit the creep with the Forked Lightning, and he gets the item. And the item is really great because it is Claw, and Claws are really good on Naga because Naga, Demon Hunter is getting focused most of the time on both sides, and Naga is a hero that literally just stands down there in the back and keeps shooting the heroes.
Colorful sold his item, got an orb instead. This is something Dise can't get, of course, being only on tier 2. He got the heal scroll and the Invo Potion instead. Building more Moonwells, I guess he needs the quantity advantage over the quality that the Bears provide.
Oh yeah, definitely. It is quite easy to get from 50 to 60 supply Dryads, and I also want to say that probably you always want to fight the Bear army once you're at 60 to 65 supply Dryads. You don't really want to fight right now. Archers are going down. It might seem as something important, but it's not really as important. Dise is a little bit short on his lumber, maybe not a little bit actually. He has a huge gold surplus in this case, and he needs that lumber. He needs probably maybe 4 more Dryads, and from there it is going to be possible to hold. Of course, hero levels are heavily favoring Colorful here, but anything is yet possible.
Okay, wonder how he gets out of that situation. Colorful Foot is coming. You've of course experienced this many times on ladder. There's a lot of high-class Night Elves there, but nobody does it better than Colorful in these bear fights.
Oh yeah, I would actually agree. So Colorful decides to go for also 60 supply bears. He's actually breaking supply. This seems to be like literally he wants to break expansion. If he's not going to be successful and if he does not expand behind it, this is going to be favoring Dise. It might seem like Naga is level 1, and indeed Naga is level 1, but that's not as big of a difference. Dise just needs to break here and now, and he needs a really higher supply of Dryads, because if there are 2 more bears and the Night Elf that is going for bears prevails on his supply count, that's going to be really tough to defend for Dise.
Agent of War is buying some time, so Colorful gets another spot, another item, another consumable that will help him in the fight. Big mana is a bit more Fork Lightning, I guess, but you can only Fork Lightning the hero, so yeah, as you said, not the biggest deal. Dise uses that time for a second Scroll of Healing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You are gonna have to control those Dryads nearly perfectly. Colorful also has 3 Dryads, and whenever those fights are gonna be engagements, you need a really nice positioning from Dise. You need to snipe those Dryads first, and your heroes should be sniping archers, because somehow on those big fights, archers become basically the main DPS source for the Bear Night Elf on those matchups.
They're freaking crazy on tier 3 with Roar, of course, super cost efficient as well. Easy to deal with the Demon Hunter, of course, but getting into the backline will be the problem. But Demon Hunter of Dise goes rogue into Colorful's base, who is not really interested in fighting or into attacking that expansion, but rather more creeping.
I think Dise needs a play here, and I think a good idea for Dise would be maybe inviting a Supper in here and just blowing up double Moonwell, so it's gonna delay Colorful just enough so he gets to a certain supply count, which is gonna allow him to hold. He's finally heading towards level 3 Naga, which is really great for the European Night Elf here. And let's see, Colorful is actually trying to maybe finally start his attack. He's coming from the bottom to the expansion. Is Dise ready to defend it? He's at no, he has a TP right now.
Dise is almost at 80. He's at another shop. He has a TP, as you said, might get a 3rd heal scroll. He has the gold for it, for sure. He can go for easy reinforcements. Items still on the ground. Town portal come in. Now 5 bears, 6 bears actually, into the fight.
I think Dise really needs one Zeppelin in here to be better saving Dryads. Everything is about just positioning. First heal scroll already used. Dise starts focusing those filthy Dryads. AOW is kind of helping. Demon Hunter is getting a lot of damage, as I said before. The close on Naga is actually very meaningful, and the invul is forced, and it looks like archers are dealing lots of damage. Really nice positioning by Colorful. Is he pushing through? Is Colorful making it? Naga no HP. Naga is level 11, but unfortunately going down.
Oh man, finally level 3, but then dead. Colorful is pushing through, not losing much. It started with a supply lead for Dise, but now he's down 10 food, and still these lumber issues, not enough items. He's yelling for some potions, for some kind of help, but Colorful's Demon Hunter position, man, out of this world, keeping the Demon Hunter of Dise busy. He had never really had a chance to go for these archers, and as you projected, man, maybe we should call you the prophet. These archers are absolute beasts against Dryads.
Oh yeah, that's why you kind of need to get Naga to level 3. However, Dise was not able to do just that very thing, and Demon Hunter is getting chased, but it's a little bit tricky in here. Naga is level 5 on Colorful sides, though.
That's powerful. That's a lot of Fork Lightning, and this Demon Hunter is barely alive, but Naga not in a position with no mana. Could pop the potion, of course. Dise hanging on by a thread. He needs more time to spend his gold. He's constantly above 1200 gold.
Oh yeah, it is all because he does not have a Shredder, but he's never really had a chance to buy one. And Demon Hunter once again is getting focused. Those Frost Arrows level 2 are no joke. And yet again, Dryads are literally getting wiped. It is really hard to connect to those archers, and if Dise maybe waits a little bit till his Naga is getting out, all he needs to clear those archers off the board. That's gonna maybe allow him to barely hold it here.
Oh, more focus on the Demon. He used the potion, and they might be out of stock soon of that Night Elf shop. He tried to get more of them, but there we are. Naga is back in 10 seconds, but insane level lead for Colorful.
Oh yeah, I completely agree here, and I think that now nighttime is coming to the finish, which is gonna mean that Colorful has full moon.
Demon Hunter just dies being caught there, and Dise taps out. Colorful. Classic. Demon Hunter Bears, we said it, nobody does it better. And yeah, Dise probably not his best performance here. A couple of mistakes.
I do think that the main problem was not having the Shredder on time, and then maybe positioning, because once you have certain number of Dryads, once you're getting to that 80 supply, you really want to split them into few parts. And that expansion positioning on Hammerfall is also tricky because there is just one way in. On the other expansion, there are like 2 ways in, and so you're able to split your army better to maybe hit from different sides. And here it was forced into a TP, but TP was kind of needed because also you had to level up that Naga, and then of course just better positioning by Colorful, better execution, crept more camps. GG.
GG indeed. This is a best of 5 though, so definitely time for Dise to strike back. If he keeps it together, a little bit better macro, maybe the maps will help as well. This was the neutral ground, so basically a map that nobody hates and nobody really wants. Now we're going into loser's pick. That should favor Dise, of course, and also puts a little bit of pressure on him, right? Because if he loses this one, then he knows, oh my god, Colorful is really scary, and what do I do then?
Yeah, I actually like that it is best of 5 because I've spoken to many players in here and they said like once it is best of 3, we really want to go for that like very standard execution wise, you know, super standard play style, regardless even of the race of the player. And once it's best of 5, there is still some room for experimentation. Maybe the first game you can show some special tactics at your opponent. Maybe you could play some interesting here on the second map. Let's see how it's gonna unleash, and now players are getting ready for the map too.
Exactly, and for Colorful we don't really have to discuss the tactics because there's not going to be special tactics. Like the big decision is Naga or Keeper, and that will be a little map and early game dependent. But Dise, how deep is his pocket of strategies?
I think it's very deep. Of course, it's not maybe as deep as Neutron because, you know, whenever I talk to Dise, and we, of course, shout out Neutron, whenever I talk to Dise, he always says that, like, Neutron has those super special tactics with, like, Keeper, Mass Archers, Talents, AOW, use placement, and he also said that, like, they never really work for anybody outside Neutron, so some things we are never gonna probably see here, but game number 2 is about to start.
What's in the pocket now, Mr. Dise? On the upper left-hand side, he's trailing 0-1, and our map is Tidehunters. What does that change in comparison to Hammerfall?
Well, there is special creeping tactics for the red golem, as well as you could try to do the very special expansion, one archer creep in here, and as we know, those were developed by nobody but Dise. Along with me, of course, but that's quite another story. So far, both players are playing very standard, and think about those standard creepings, you know, we kind of see like, hey, you're a Night Elf, you're gonna creep the first camp, then you're gonna drag the second one, you're gonna creep that, then you might take the turtle or go to harass your opponent's turtle. Thing about all of those creepings is timing, how much time it is actually taking you to complete it. And those very standard creep routes, as we could see by both players in here, are just most efficient ones. So far, there are no differences. Demon Hunters on both sides yet again.
Item-wise, we have a little bit more damage on Dise, we have a little bit more tankiness on Colorful. I was thinking, is he rushing across once again? Is he really that aggressive? But no, the turtles are too tempting. Gives an easy item and a little bit of progression as the techs unfold. No bottom by Dise.
No bottom. No bottom for real, but I think Colorful is also known as one of the not just Demon Hunter players, but best Demon Hunter players. And especially once it comes to anything non-standard, such as bottom or keeper plays, it is really hard and challenging, you know, to even pre-think those strategies once you know you're going to be facing Colorful.
What's the next move? There's a juicy marketplace here with an Ogre Magi that can easily be killed with mana burn, of course. Both want that item, both want access to the marketplace, and of course the shop there as well. We have no TP on Colorful. That's rather unusual.
Yeah, he actually sold his TP for the tempo. It might indicate some pushing strategy, but there is actually a Huntress hole going up for the Chinese player in here. That's of course traded less efficiently. It has to do with the item lock. He does not have the ring +4. I feel like really on Demon Hunter, ideally you want to have each one kind of each item. You need like one claw, one glove, one ring, and probably one circlet if you want it to be the most powerful. And now finally Colorful is going for the tricky move. Dise indeed sees it, but is he gonna make it on time? No. Colorful gets Scroll of the Beast. That's by far not the best item, and actually he sold his TP, and Dise does not have boots to follow up, but he's gonna be able to damage those archers quite a bit. He's trying to go for his round, misses it just barely. There is a Wisp, but he decided not to try, as Demon Hunter would be likely able to kill the Wisp.
Similar to game 1, this will cost a lot of moon juice. Didn't use any yet, so that's fine. And Dise thinks, okay, you get the upper right-hand side. I'm gonna try to grab the middle. Demon Hunter is far away. Colorful though, Stancy with archers. 2.3 levels on the Demon Hunter. Gotta play around this. Got it.
Got it. And Colorful did not actually block, and I think it might be quite dangerous for Dise because Tier 2 is about to get finished, and whenever your Demon Hunter is getting to the red HP zone in the center, and Dise is unfortunately losing one more Archer, there's always a possibility of purchasing Naga and going through Forked Lightning level 1, and that could be like a very surprising kill that you couldn't see just yet coming.
We do have a change though, because both are going for the Keeper, which is of course nice with Entangle as long as there's no Dispel, but the real power,
Oh yeah. Oh, Colorful is actually missing the Mana Burn. That's Illusion, which he should have seen that Dise was getting as an item here, but Colorful is now finally getting to level 3, and Dise is gripping one more camp. Level 3 is indeed, he needs the Mana Burn. Losing a W in the Night Elf Mirror is literally priceless, because sometimes it could allow your Keeper to get an extra level, not taking any damage, and therefore you could use your Moonwolves more aggressively. Let's see how both players are gonna approach that.
a little bit unfortunate. Nice surgical strike by Colorful though. Unfortunate item for Dise. Talisman of Evasion won't help him too much, but creeping starts for Colorful. It's all about that Thorn Aura. And of course the Demon Hunter should survive as well. But this is a switch up by Dise, of course, no expansion. And then we do get a Bear Mirror. Isn't it a mistake to go into a Bear Mirror against the best Bear Mirror player?
I think Bear Mirror consists of a lot of smaller moments. Basically, camps are going to be crafted a little bit differently, item drops are going to be different that both players, of course, are going to go for. As we could see, Dise already lost his AOW, but I think it is quite possible. That is the most reliable strategy for a reason.
Ooh, Demon Hunter is here. Colorful reads him like a book. It's crazy. If he steals this last one, there's going to be huge problems for the Keeper to get any level. Massive disruption, also with the mana burn. And these Murlocs, man, they want to protect their chieftain. At least there's no chance really to steal it. But the Keeper is here, needs to
and
stand.
He's entangling!
And there's only a health stone. He needs it to Dise. Gets it! Can he get out somehow? Keeper, where are you? Save your friend! You need that TP! There's another Entangle, and Dise loses the first hero!
Very well played here by Colorful. He did come here, of course. It is kind of the thing that Creeped went back, and you really could not know before you start doing it if he's gonna run back. Are you gonna be able to finish it on time? It's a little bit of random in here, but indeed Colorful now has a clear advantage. It is very stressful for Dise at this point because he could not really creep anything. There's no AW. Level 3 hero is lost. Clear level advantage on both heroes now for Colorful as well.
So when things go horribly wrong like that, what's the way out? Like, how can you claw back? Where's the X factor for Dise now?
I think perhaps to come back into the game, he's gonna have to make some play right now. I think something like Suffering Moonwells could help. Maybe getting to 50 supply, and instead of actually just building more Moonwells and sitting in your base, you take all of your Wisp, your Search Nature Blessing, and you try to make maybe 4 sneaky peeky Ancient Protectors nearby your opponent's base, and try to just barely squeeze best-like composition into those 50 supply army and just push, 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 and again push.
Okay, Colorful is used to finding a Vamp Aura in a Bear Mirror, of course, the best you can get, but not this time, but more attack as this Keeper is slowly but steady turning into a damage dealer with Double Claw and Rope, and also level 2 Thorns already. The level advantage again by Colorful is throwing major problems to Dise.
Completely agree. I'm on you here on the same page, and I really want to say that now Colorful could actually go for the push, except for I think the best here for the Chinese player would be purchasing Double Scroll of Healing. Get Double Scroll advantage and just come here and I think finish the European Night Elf player.
Dryad has to move back to the side. Colorful is going for the throat already. Slightly down in supply, but high up in levels, trying to drain some Moon Juice. And this was the last one, as it is, again, daytime. Needs to stock up on potions. The Talisman has finally been sold, but Colorful, with these boots, is getting kill after kill. The Demon Hunter is being caught once again. These Entangles are so good by Colorful. Bear block going wrong a little bit. Reju is there, needs time. Another Dispel would be fantastic, but Demon Hunter for now safe, but the question is for how long.
Oh yeah, Keeper has actually mana for one more entangle, and he's actually trying to follow the Demon Hunter. First bear is going down for Dise. One more bear is getting entangled. Colorful is in a fantastic position in here. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a scroll of healing, but I think he might be pushing through just like that. Dise, of course, needs a second orb. There is some small advantage in terms of your units getting out immediately, but once there is a Demon Hunter and is getting focused...
I really hope he got potions, but no, he does not! Colorful is speed running his way to the grand final. The Chinese are just undefeatable here in Dortmund.
Yeah, I think it was maybe not the best play. A little bit got unlucky with creeping of the red camp. It was certain risk because as a Night Elf mirror player, you don't want to really risk. You don't want to go for super fast red camps or anything. And it was a gamble. You could get really nice item that could overturn the game. You could get, let's say, Book of the Dead that's going to boost your creeping speed, considering a W was lost. And on the same hand, you could, of course, get super hardly punished, which was just... exactly what happened.
It feels like Colorful, all he did in the past 12 hours or so is study Dise. Because he was always there. It doesn't matter if it's the marketplace, he was the first there and Dise was too late to intercept it. Then at the market, Colorful was there to harass it, and also at the bottom left, the Demon Hunter was just going straight there to ruin the Murloc camp. It's just one stab in the back and another and another and another, and Dise just can't follow up.
No, really well played by Colorful there. It was super reliable, super high-level play, of course. And I think maybe Dise needs to reconsider something. Maybe he needs to unleash some special tactics at this time. Like, this is 2-0, you need to do something, you need to pull something crazy, or try to outplay, try to make no mistakes going for the bear mirror. Which one seems to be really maybe the harder way of doing things?
Of course, Dise has a series in him already, and he had to go up versus Focus. Did he mention anything that he's getting tired?
Not really. Against Focus, I think he was starting Focus, and he was really like preparing himself hard as he could. He watched replays till 3 AM the night before. He studied all the replays he could only find on all the websites, and we're about, by the way, to jump into game number 3.
Let's do it. It's match points, everybody. Match points for this guy in the upper left-hand side. A beast from the east. This is Colorful. And the last remaining Western player on the right-hand side. He needs all your energy to stay alive in this semi-final. Give it up for Dise. People love Night Elf Mirror. They want to see more of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, once Dise is playing, he could pull off some super special tactics. So far, of course, it is Demon Hunter, but who knows, maybe it's going to be expansion in the center of the map.
Ooh, Edo style.
Yeah.
Usually it's the undead thing. You got to steal from your enemies sometimes. This is springtime, everybody. The expansion in the middle is unprotected. There's no creeps around, just a little green camp, but doesn't get aggroed. When you build something there, and yeah, I wonder what path Dise has chosen. You projected it. Is he still confident in his abilities and in his mechanics, then go toe-to-toe, or try to surprise Colorful with something special?
I think Dise is confident in his mechanics, but what I must say is Colorful probably prayed some gods for the item drop today, because this is yet again Ring of Protection, the very best item you could be dreaming about. Third game in a row as a first camp for Colorful.
That's right. He is known for years for very, very good items in Night of Mirror. I talked about the Vamp Aura before. Now it's Rings, sometimes it's Claws for some absurd damage. He's blessed by Lady Luck. He must have some good karma. But yeah, with Dise, he got a little bit of an attack speed. Helps him, of course, in these brawls as well. And we're chasing archers, as we did before.
Yeah, because Dise really wants to not trade his HPS. He's gonna lose just demon on demon straight fight, as it is gloves against the ring, and he's actually trying to block the Archer, and there is a block, one more hit, and Archer goes down for Colorful.
There we go, and there might be another one. He's trying at least. There's the Moonwell, but this is all draining, of course. Dise postering up, says, okay, if you walk there, I'm going to block you and then die. But it turned nighttime, so Shadow Melt it is. In the meantime, Colorful also sticking the offense.
So once you get Gloves of Haste, you really want to be doing something like standing and hitting a target as your DPS increases. And once you're getting in the ring, you are able to take all the hits. Therefore, Dise took his advantage. He decided to actually focus the Archer in a moment just before. And Colorful is just doing very casual Wisp Harass for Night Elf Mirror. Third Moonwell is going to be late for Dise, so there's going to be a little bit less juice towards the mid game. But Demon Hunter was not actually blocked there. Dise is playing very standard. It seems to me that he needs to be building a Hunter's Hold, but instead he's adding one more extra Archer, ladies and gentlemen, which kind of indicates that this could be Talons.
Exactly. Mass range, crazy damage output, but fragile as it gets. The Glass Cannon build, Fairy Fire, super amazing, takes the armor away, Archers for damage, a little bit of magic damage for the Bears as well. This is my favorite kind of Night Elf Mirror. Just so exciting when it gets online. But Dise has to survive until then, or go for a timing push.
Okay, Colorful was actually able, I think, to last hit the creep here. It was Demon Hunters are at 4.9. Dise is a 1, getting level 2 and actually advancing, focusing those Archers down, and the second Archer might go down on a really nice block by Colorful. And Dise needs to be careful here, as Naga with instant Forked Lightning, one hit could one-shot this Demon Hunter. This is always a possibility, so Dise is trying to retreat, gonna try not to lose any Archers. Really nice blocked.
The blocks are outstanding by both players here. It's the theme of the game, I guess. Shop is coming, under attack. 5 Archers, and there is the Naga as you projected, both level 1. Also, Dise is trying to go to the tavern. We'll see what that is. Staffing in.
His Demon Hunter is here, and he's actually focusing double Archers, and Naga, whose Naga is gonna go first. Dise has a TP, he is gonna be able to pass the TP, or maybe even block the Demon. Colorful stepping and killing Dise's Naga. Naga is exchanged.
Man, as mirrored as it gets, both Nagi down. A little bit of an advantage for Dise because he got the experience while the other side's Naga didn't get it. Demon Hunter as even as it gets. And now we continue the chase, and Colorful is losing more and more Moon Juice here during nighttime.
This is actually a tricky moment because on most cases, once your Demon Hunter is level 2, you want to get solo experience for killing your opponent's Naga, because as it's getting distributed, you're actually further away from having your DH at level 3, and Dise is indeed going for... I think this is the Hippo Rider build. I don't think this is a talent. No, he's actually tier 3.
Okay. It's a Hippo Rider build? I didn't even know about that. Okay. But he can still choose. He does have a lot of Archers. I know he likes to play the talents, did experiment with mass talents against Undead, and was also very successful against Orcs, so why not use it in a mirror?
Oh yeah, that could be one of the meta strategies. I must say that you need to play on your toes. You cannot lose as a player that's aiming to go for mass talent play. You absolutely cannot lose your own Archers, which Dise did not lose in here. And he was able to kill a lot of Colorful's Archers. So Colorful's speed of creeping now is significantly delayed, on top of course, now willing to build more Dryads and stuff like that. Dise, on the other hand, is doing everything correctly here. He is getting the item. Let's see what item he gets there.
Rune Bracers, not the luckiest one. The item bad luck, I guess, continues for Dise. And for Colorful on the other side, this will be important. Would love to have a little bit sustain.
And Colorful paused the game as his hotkey, his keycap got outside of his keyboard.
Oh, too much APM, man. Ripping it apart. I don't know if it continues immediately, but seems to be fixed. Yep, I see some APM. Happens to the best of us. Too much action.
Too much action, definitely. He's hitting those buttons really hard, and let's see what item Colorful gets. Of course, you want that Vampiric Aura. Let's see if he is blessed with it.
There, we get a Rune Bracers here. Is Vampiric Aura better than Devotion if you're facing Talons?
I think so, because just from the HP per second that it's going to give for your Demon Hunter, it's going to be basically worth even if you have just one hero and the aura.
Okay then. We have even supply, even levels, except that Naga. Fork Lightning could be great once we go to Bears. Berserker being taken out, that is also Fork Lightning on the other side. Dise still needs time, is waiting for the tier 3. Colorful has reached that level already, but very, very fragile still. No bear at all, still producing Dryad. He still needs the Adept training as well. Like, Colorful is nowhere near ready for anything. Mountain Giants immediately.
Oh yeah, Colorful is playing like the classics build. You are skipping the bears, you just survive off those Moonwells, and you're getting lots of Dryads, some MGs, and that's very powerful. On the other hand, you could counter it by going multiple orbs, and to counter Dryads better, you add just a few Hippogriffs because they're very high DPS units, they're really nice. Dise is of course buying his beloved Mighty Golem.
Okay, is it just to slow the Demon Hunter?
Yeah, it's just against the Demon Hunter because this Mighty Golem is actually, I think, quite imba. It is coming straight out. It is very squishy, but it has 6 slows in build. Once the sources, if you think about it, is coming out of the Arcane Sanctum, it has 1.5 to 2 slows generally because of Archimage Aura. And this Mighty has 6 slows from the very start. However, it could die to basically a wind.
Protect Muddy at all costs is what it said. We have the talent training ready in just a little bit, maybe a minute. We get the upgrades for the Mountain Giants as well, so they can't be cycloned. And of course take less damage, which is what you want to prevent. One Orb of Venom is up, Keeper is there. We do have resources for the second one, but maybe the cooldown isn't off yet. But instead, Dise spends his money on heal scrolls, also not too bad.
I think Dyson is in a great position so far. Yes, Colorful has 5 Moonwells, which is indicating him possibly getting to 60 supply, but Dise has level 3 Naga, which is, again, archer kills, because those archers, they do kill Dryads, they do kill Talons. They are quite dangerous if you're going anything but Faramir. And Dise now finally has Keeper, and therefore he is going to be able to focus that Demon Hunter and now finally fight. Dise needs a few Wisps to dispel this very anti-magic shield, and Wisp is there. The anti-magic shield is dispelled. He is actually advancing. Mana burning Naga, Forked Lightning. Naga is getting entangled. Naga is getting focused. Forked Lightning into Naga. Dryads are falling down left and right.
Oh, not the perfect position, I think. These talents hard to reach. Heroes in the air, though. Impotent for a long time. Demon Hunter now in the backline, trying to block the Naga. Gets an entangle out. Here comes the burn, but the Moon Juice is always there.
Moonjuice is always there, but not anymore. Colorful is, on the other hand, purchasing last one of the HP potions. Most of his archers are already dead. Just 1 MG and 2 heroes are out on the map for Colorful, basically, at this point.
There's not much left indeed. Mountain Giant at 50%, that is 7 supply out of the 45 that he got. Downside for Dise now, of course, no rejuvenation that he usually would have, but that same goes for Colorful. Trying to get the Naga out, that works. There's no crowd control by Colorful at all, so Dise should be able to just run away.
Dise is actually last hitting his archer, microing out of his mind. He's purchasing 1 more scroll of healing. You always kind of want to have at least 1 scroll of healing as you are going for those talents play. And of course, second orb is extremely wanted by Dise. His Demon Hunter is a little bit of trouble. 1 healing scroll is used just for the heroes now, for the value, and Naga is getting focused. Naga, there is a Dryad that's slowing down, of course, everything. Second MG, but MGs don't really do much. If there are 2 orbs, it is actually possible to kill them.
Demon Hunter was low, Naga brought upon him after being staffed out. Now the Naga herself has to do something and take care. But overall, this brawling, we saw an expansion up by Dise. He's taking so much time and might have this Demon Hunter trap with another Tornado, Cyclone, but there is an Invo Potion now, also very important. But yeah, Colorful, bleeding, but not dying yet.
Yeah, I think Dise overall is in a very good spot right now. He is going to go and proceed to the expansion creep. He might add a few Hippogriffs now to make those Hippo Riders. Hippo Riders are fantastic at killing Dryads, and also they're very good for the hero focus. Of course, on the Colorful side of things, your only healing is as well only Moonwells. There are no bears, no rejuvenation for either player, so both players are a little bit dependent on the Moon Juice. Eventually, Dise might be able to even add a Hunter's Hold just for the Wellspring upgrade.
I I love what Dise is doing. He has this one hippo already, just for scouting. We saw it at the main base to the left-hand side doing the first attack. Now it moved up there to see if there's an expansion. It's very, very rare to see it in a Night Elf mirror, but of course, information is power, and he knows, yeah, this is crap. And in a second, he'll know, yeah, there's an expansion coming up.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's romantic effect, if I might say so, because he's usually scouting with a helicopter, so that's like a Night Elf version of things. Now Keeper is actually going for treants just to have some more summons. In this strategy, you have generally, as you go talents, you have 3 hero choices for your third hero. You could go for Tinker, Potem, or Keeper. Keeper would indicate more of the hero focusing, and especially considering Dise now having 2 orbs. Once you get to the 3 orb stage, it is very effective. All you gotta do is basically press the A click down all the way into your opponent's Demon Hunter, and from there you gotta kind of focus fire, use scrolls like basically micro and stuff like that. Colorful is scouting with his Dryads. He's gonna only find the Lonely Wisp and maybe some treants. He kind of understands what's happening, but Dise is finally coming to push Colorful into his own base. And a supper!
Get the triple connection! That's absolutely fantastic! Colorful didn't see it coming, couldn't intercept, and Dise needs his one more hit, and there we go, staff out. What a major, major move! The Night Elves and their Sappers, man, it's insane. Is he brave enough to stay in here now?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's actually TPing out because he got a lot of advantage. He is now ahead. Expansion is up. Colorful Drives for outside of the fight.
Dise is alive, everybody! He's not going down without a fight here in the Being Esports World Series, and what a fight it is. Expo, advantage, hero levels, advantage, supply, soon to be an advantage because Colorful has to rebuild all these moon wells, otherwise there's nothing! Sapper!
Oh!
Okay, big investment. The Expo was cancelled, the Ancient of War is down as well, but at least Colorful got the resources back for that Expo because he saw those Sappers coming.
As I said before, best European Night Elf against best Asian Night Elf is unleashing on your screens right now. Dise, I think, could go for the third orb for Keeper, because just why not?
Yeah, I think so too. Wait a bit, the Expo is up, it shouldn't take too much time, he will be home in a bit, I guess. The Frost Arrow is disabled, Demon Hunter also incredibly tanky. Keeper is a solid orb carry, so yeah, if this intensifies, it's crazy, and we get Fairy Dragons. They're also pretty good against Dryads, if that's the play.
Yeah, but Fairy Dragons, you really want to get to the critical mass of them. As there is one, it might, doing the phase shift, it might not be as effective once you get to like 6 or 8 Fairy Dragons, then they start dealing the damage. But so far, Dise needs more supply. He is indeed producing. He's finally breaking 50. He's gonna get to 70 and probably then push with double or triple scroll.
We got 1-1 upgrades by Colorful. Dise is getting ready. 200 gold. We see the scout flying around once again, gathering the info. Is there still a wisp at this lab? I wonder. Yes, there is. This time by Colorful though, so maybe he's the one getting the Sapper soon. Colorful maneuvering more into a defensive situation. Is there any interest in a red spot right now, or is it just about the second bases?
Yeah, I think you cannot really go and creep the red, as if your opponent is coming to your main base or trying to supper your expansion, you're going to be thrown severely behind, and that item and extra experience you might get is not going to give you much, because at best for each of the players they're going to get their Naga to level 4, and that's like entire effect and also +1 item. Expansion is going to be up eventually for Colorful, but Dise is producing. He's currently at 60 supply. He is getting definitely more. Triple Orb is on the line for the European Night Elf as well.
That's so sick. The inventory looks great as well with heal potion, invo potion. We do have a fight. Maybe the fight for the 2-1 if everything clicks for Dise here. The Fairy Dragons are in, being nuked quite a bit, I gotta say. Naga taking heaps of damage. That's quite brutal. And these Dryads, man, they don't cut it. Talents can't attack them, but the Demon Hunter, the Keeper, Colorful is getting wrecked so far.
Oh yeah, and Colorful's Naga is actually at very low HP, and she's getting focused, and Dise, he's like few hits away from killing it, but Naga seems to go away. All he needs to do is cyclone that Demon Hunter for the remaining mana of entire Talents. Talents have their full mana. Last fight happened quite a bit of time ago. Naga saved. Dryads are gonna die just to orbs here, but he needs more of archers probably. Archers and maybe hippogriffs. Dise is thrown back into 50 supply, but question is how healthy are Colorful's Moonwells? Is he really going to be able to safely heal and come back? A few more drives are going to definitely fall for the Chinese staff last second.
Oh, the position isn't that great, and the Moonwell situation for Dise looks pretty horrible, I gotta say. Naga survived for Color, maybe he's just turning it around right here. The fight ended up being really, really good because Colorful, he took a lot of damage, but he didn't lose a lot of units, and all of a sudden the supply looks crazy, but Dise still fighting. You called it out, man. These Dryads, they're made to be dead, and same goes for the Mountain Giants. 7 food apiece. Getting out now, no entangle. Oh! The Cyclone is ready! No more staff. This gotta be the kill. He gets a parry. Scroll of Town Portal. Okay, so he is alive. Unlike that empty. Major moves by Dise, and he's still fighting for survival.
He's also getting mercenaries, and I think if sappers are available right now is the very time to push. Triple Orb is on the line, 1 scroll, 1 heal pod, double invul. He is pushing Colorful's expansion. Colorful has to defend it.
This is a win condition for sure. This Mountain Giant doesn't look healthy. The Demon Hunter doesn't look healthy. High up in the air. Fork Lightning, it's a little bit about hero focus. Muddy survives thanks to the heal scroll. The Mauler is of course fantastic against that Giantling and so much damage. There's even a High Priest here. Fork Lightning exchange, level 5 on Colorful though. Raise the Age, might go for evasion 3 actually. This Mountain Giant would have loved to have evasion as well, but he got death.
Oh yeah, and Dise starts, I think he just needs to add more archers, perhaps a Hunter's Hole. Soon it's gonna be nighttime, but this expansion is indeed going down.
Here we go, 2-base advantage. Dise, love to see the mana shield on the Naga for more survivability. We've seen it Colorful throwing a lot of damage towards the triple hero combo, and that is of course a nice little tool to mitigate that damage. We have a lot of potions now, man. Dise is really, really thirsty.
Indeed, my friend, and I think that Colorful would have a better chance to fighting here as he is behind if he purchases the second orb as well. As a talent player, you're very limited on your healing. It is actually hard to heal your Demon Hunter, and once the opponent's side is getting multiple orbs and focusing your demon as well, it gets very tricky.
So we might need another heal scroll, I was about to say. Dise gets one, and then what can possibly save Colorful on this map? He knows he has to be very efficient, stay below 50. With 2 Mountain Giants, you can always catch up in supplies. They're so expensive, but I love that army mix. Fairy Dragons, Archers, Talents, Tri-Hero, all the Mercs as well. If he wants to double down on the Mercs, he can. He's with his back towards it. Just turn around real quick. Hunter's Hall falls, and this might be the final fight of the game.
Okay, Wisp is yet again brought by Dise. He's literally waiting for his opponent's Demon Hunter to use anti-magic, but in Wool it is. Dryads are focused and getting focused. Even if they're not dying, they're gonna lose so much HP, and it's literally impossible to kill them. And Demon Hunter is getting stepped last second, but he's going.
GG! Dise gets his name on the board finally. One more step to go to tie it up, but that was a sign of life, and I gotta say, the special tactics with the talents work beautifully.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Out of his mind macro plays. We've seen sappers, mercenaries, triple orb, fairy dragons, archers, hippos. All the units you could get as an idol, really.
Pretty much, yes, except anything from the lore, but who needs lores anyway? Love the Fairy Dragon instead of the Hippo Riders. Yeah, they don't do that much damage, but they can't be nuked with the Fork Lightning as they are magic immune. Phase Shift mitigates some damage as well, and that's not too often seen, so Colorful seemed a little bit confused to like what exactly do against that wild army comp.
I think what he was doing was right, except for he got outcrapped. Literally, tier 2 timing for Dise was really good. He won the early. He confidently stomped the mid game. There was Naga level 3 against Naga level 2.0 almost at some point. And all of those small plays, they kind of built up together. That is exactly what you need to win with the talent strategy.
The Archers, man. The Archer kills in the early game. They paved the way for everything afterwards, leading into the level advantage. And we'll see if Dise can do it one more time and give us game 5. Can he do it one more time is the question. Colorful one step away from an all-Chinese grand final. This is his first map pick. Well, the two maps previously came from Dise. So is that now the way for Dise with talents, with the momentum on his side?
Oh man, this map is quite hard. I'm gonna say it as a talent player. I'm gonna say it as a bottom player. No other heroes but Demon Hunter kind of work here on Night Elf Mirror. Of course, we could see some deviation from standard by Dise as he's going to be trying to get that fast expansion. And yet again, the counterplay is literally getting some items, getting those 3 archers, trying to cancel. Is that what we might see? Or is it maybe some mind games by Dise? Maybe he's going to just creep the camp and not expand on the place. Maybe he's going to go for some special tactics. Also, the map is like in mercenary camps. And of course, priests with Dispo, which is one of the most important units on the talent strategy. So it is hard to play anything, but maybe Must Drives could see some play on this map, and of course the Bears. Dise could show some special tactics. We don't know about it just yet, and let's see how the game unleashes.
Exactly. So there's 2 ways to play Bears, of course. One is the fighting style, where you're looking for engagements. The other is drop the base with a Zeppelin onto the tree, and we haven't seen that so far. Maybe later down the road, but first of all, it's about creeping, it's about items, and this time, Dise is getting a ring +5.
Oh yeah, this is one of the best items you could kind of pray for. Also, it is the item that's getting sold more often as it has a really high value, and you can sell it for, I think, 180 gold if I'm not mistaken. And you could purchase for 125 ring +4, which is just 1 minus armor. So you're just getting that like surplus. So it is a very best item locally right now at this time, but it's also not the very best you could maybe get from the camp.
We do have slippers and claws on the colorful side, so he has nothing to complain about either. Wand of Illusion, always fascinating in Bear Mirror, gives you a lot of information, might lead to mana burns that go on the illusion. We've seen it before, and if you save some for later, can create another bear for you.
Oh yeah, and Dise also was kind of forced by doing the scripting to go for Immolation level 1, which is a little bit risky play as you are going to use more Moon Juice, and again, it's going to be quite hard to trade. Colorful yet again is purchasing Circlet, wants to trade Demon Hunter, and Dise is yet again going for those archers.
Okay, and maybe that is an indicator. Colorful is making sure that there's no expansion, got that information, and with a fantastic block, he is getting that archer. Look at this Wisp, and the Wisp is putting in so much damage by just standing in the way. But can he get this? Don't think so, but it's draining Moon Juice, and the kill is a kill.
Oh yeah, and Hunter's Hole is going up for both players, so standard Bears it is. Naga versus Keeper is always very tricky, as Naga is better for base laming, for those Zeppelin drops, as you're able to basically one-shot with Forked Lightning level 2 those Wisps that try to repair something, while Keeper is an absolute smashing hero on those super high army supplies. Once you are going past 65 supply, Keeper absolutely prevails over Naga on this matchup.
What you could do with Naga is a little bit of economy harass, use a Zeppelin, drop the Naga, use Fork Lightning on the Wisps, and then with that you might get an upgrade advantage that gives you lead in a direct engagement. Cheeky play by, for example, RaRaLand, of course. So different roads to walk on here for Dise and Colorful alike. We have more illusions, character vitality, also not too bad, and Dise getting the big Mana Stone, steals it away.
Big Mana Stone, of course, is likely going to be sold. Let's see how, what maybe item possibly he's going to replace with. Also, this map has a marketplace, and if one of the players finds an Empiric Hour for sale there, ooh, baby, that's going to be a huge advantage.
Exactly. We will have Thorns Aura, Keeper confirmed on both sides, so it's going to be about the late game, it's going to be about the fights. Naga nowhere to be seen here, and then it's a lot about leveling now for the next 5 minutes.
Dise is using distance creeping to get his Demon Hunter to level 3, as it is so important. Also, he's trying to go for those lore cancels, but Colorful is playing this very well, very defensively so far. Keeper for both players, it is.
And Dise a little bit ahead when it comes to the Demon Hunter here. One more level, thanks to that Archer, of course, makes a little bit of a difference. On the other side, Keeper for Colorful is faster as well. Tier 3 by Colorful didn't start yet. It's about all these tiny little nuances that might give you 2 or 3 seconds, little timing windows you might abuse later.
Oh yeah, I think Dise is ahead now, but Colorful is a little bit at better position right now because he is in the center of the map, he is healthy, he is pulling the creep, and this is the camp that could also potentially drop a Vamp Tower.
That's right, and the pull for Colorful is good. He has Entangle. This was stolen in previous games here. The Small really wants to go home and surprisingly always finds a way. This is a big move. If Dise can get the item, it's fantastic. Demon Hunter under fire. Who needs help here? What he got? Breaking of the Archmagi, not too shabby, but was it worth all that damage?
Oh yeah, and he's actually right-clicking Colorful's Keeper. He might die in here. A few more hits, and it's down!
Oh man, the HP and the armor that this Ring of the Archmagi provided gave him this little bit of an edge to get the Keeper, and of course huge XP boost for Dise, who's now 0.3 levels ahead, and the momentum just keeps on growing on Dice's side.
Yeah, both Demon Hunters have boots, so Keeper is to be chased. Now Demon Hunter is gonna go for Archers. Even though it seems like Dise lost 3 of his archers, it doesn't matter as much as both players are aiming for that highly efficient 50 supply Bear Dryad army, and so losing your archers early is not necessarily a bad thing as you're going to replace them with a better units.
But of course you get a lot of XP for them. Colorful, he's walking into the creeps, he's losing an archer in the middle. It's 0.5 of a lead for Dise on the Demon, and this Ancient of War just goes down.
Colorful is playing this a little bit sloppy. Dise is, of course, now has a clean lead. Tier 3 is going to be faster for the European Elf here, and he is about to purchase his first Orb of Venom.
Oh, the pressure is rising. Colorful is starting to make mistakes for the first time in the entire tournament, basically. He was so good up until this point. But of course, it's up to Dise to not start making mistakes as well. You gotta be consistent for the next couple of hours if you want to be the champion here in Dortmund. And of course, the good thing for Dise is if you don't use your Ancient of War, you can't lose your Ancient of War.
Completely agree. Dise finally sold his Mana Stone, and also he saved 1 charge of that illusion. I wonder if maybe he should try to get those super fast 2-3 bears and just come at Colorful's base and try to use this advantage that he might have. Colorful is maybe at no Moonjuice at this point as well.
I think so, and there was a lot of damage thrown at him. Also, no shop just yet, so not only does Dise have a timing advantage on that, he also got the first orb, and if you want to go double orb, then now the cooldown is already resetting. Well, for Colorful, that's not really an option. More creep manipulation, Colorful going for the red, but I'm sure Dise is going to follow in that regard. Levels are evening out quite a bit, but Demon Hunter still far ahead for Dise. Looking for the next item, it's again a ring +5.
Okay, so both players are creeping. What item? Oh, Colorful gets Endurance Tower, which is arguably the best item you could be dreaming in a Night Elf mirror. However, there's still Marketplace, there still might be a Vamp Aura, and Vamp Aura is literally a definition of 2 armor upgrades. So if you have your bears 0-2 and the other person has just Vamp Aura, they're equaling out in the deck.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. Armor upgrade 5, and then you put Devotion on top. It's a little unfair now, of course. Colorful gets the movement speed, and for Dise there's no real chance to outrun him anymore. So has to TP then all the time. We're waiting for that item. Okay, Medallion.
Not as good, not as good.
Let's see what the Marketplace has to offer. You can sell a little bit. Okay, we're approaching 50 food. It's about upgrades now. We got 1 attack upgrade on Dice's side against 1 defense upgrade on Colorful's side, working on the second.
Colorful still has 1 or 2 archers left, so his 50 supply are not as efficient as Dice's are. Dise is also proceeding now with 1 extra Moonwell, finally to the 60 supply, and let's see, both players are meeting up together in the center. Of course, heal scrolls are also absolutely a must, and they do give you huge advantage on this. Now Colorful's Demon Hunter is at no mana, and now Dise could potentially try to fight, but no, he decides just to creep. He's purchasing Band of Illusion, actually. That is the item.
That's pretty amazing, man. 3 illusions here. They will soak up damage no matter what. They might be hurt or to a degree dispelled, but do you really want to use your precious dispels of the few dryads that you have on an illusion? Rather not. Gotta save them for Entangle. So yeah, this is a good damage sponge that Dise is building.
Yeah, I think Dise is gonna sell one of the rings. No, no, he actually sold something else, and
So
he
the medallion.
yeah, he sold the medallion. He got a scroll and a blue staff instead. So now he is finally ready to fight. Both players are not breaking upkeep. Maybe this is the time. And Colorful's Demon Hunter is getting focus staff.
More moon juice being drained. All right. Despite the endurance aura still outrunning him, that's a sweet entangle. The staff was used already, so he can't get that bear out if the attack is following. Boom, opening kill for Dise.
I really like the fact that Dise actually brought his Wisp here, focusing the Dryad with his own Dryads, now finally getting more illusions on the field. And it looks like Dise is maybe winning the fight.
It looks really good, man. 38 food only. Colorful's reinforcements are, of course, arriving earlier. Dise is under pressure here with that tangle. The spell is ready. Wisp almost in for the block, but he gets the kill out. And now what? Colorful is cleaning house, but his own keeper is not looking too great either. Big info potion lasts forever. But oh my god, this deer is fast thanks to the endurance. Gets to the shop, gets an invul, needs it immediately, and the Demon Hunter is still out on his own. He needs the Thorns Aura. How was Colorful able to come back there? At some point he was like 8 food down. That's 2 bears low.
But there are at least 3 bears with no HP on the map that Dise was able to retreat, and he did not lose. So you see now he's basically gathering all the saved bears. Keeper is indeed down, and it was the double orb fight for Dise as well. But this is not a GG yet.
For sure not. Everybody's fighting. This game could go down to... Whoa, that web spinner, man. Could go down to 1 heal scroll eventually. We're catching up on upgrades on both sides. It's 1-1. Colorful working on the 2-1. Of course, Dise has to lick his wounds. There's no TP. He was super greedy. Everything is heard. Or was he too greedy? Can Colorful catch up? There's very little crowd control here. Needs that Dryad, but it's getting slowed herself.
Oh yeah, Dise was trying to he thought that he is so behind that he needs some, you know, greedy play. He went for that creep, and that was perhaps not the best decision. Now Colorful is chasing down another bear. That's the second bear going down. Also, this Dryad will definitely go down, as well as there is no second white staff on Dise.
Oh, this is not too great. This could be the end of the run for Dise here. One time too greedy. The fight may be a little bit too long. Once the illusions were gone, there was no hope anymore. The Keeper is back in 30 seconds, but oh man, 30 seconds can be so long.
Actually, Colorful decides not to push into Moonwalls just yet. Maybe he's gonna retreat, maybe he's gonna get just 1 or 2 scrolls of protection and healing, of course. And let's see how the game is gonna go. I think Keeper would be out for Dise very soon, but Colorful is already stacking up on that gold, being 50 supply.
Yeah, he's known for that. Staying at 50 the entire time, banking, getting in upgrades, and why not? He knows the map is pretty much empty. There's no way to get experience anymore except this green camp and the remainders of this camp where there's still an item. Dise really wants it and wants to catch up with that level 5 at least, and then the green spot is bringing the Keeper close to 4. Does he have a way out here? The staff is on cooldown for 40 seconds. Any crowd control on Colorful's side, and then it's a dead Demon Hunter. There is! Oh, he needs to send something to the rescue. Wisp is coming in. We have an entangle, but the Demon Hunter's just outrunning everything. How is that possible? Now the Keeper is here back. Oh, is he on the menu now?
No, I think Keeper should pretty much escape here. I don't know, was it Colorful's hesitation? Staff.
Oy, Dise, don't make me sweat that much, mate. That was a little bit unnecessary. Now it's the nerves on Dice's side. Another semi-final elimination could be his fate here if he doesn't have a play for us in store.
Dise has a lot of rings on that Keeper. I wonder if maybe he wants to sell those +5. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. He understands he's slightly behind. He needs just a little bit more gold, so he's catching up. Now, actually, supply is almost even. Colorful is breaking, and Dise has basically almost same gold as Colorful.
Oh, wow, relatively rare to see Colorful being the first to break. He's usually more of a reactionary player, but he's seizing the initiative, maybe checking the upgrades, and he sees it's 2-2 versus 1-1. Catching up now is Dise, but will he have the time is the question. Currently, he's getting a little bit of an echo advantage.
I still wonder if there is going to be Vamp's Aura in stock. Of course, this Endurance Aura is working absolutely fantastically for Colorful, and those are just positioning wars so far.
Fortitude is waiting for his grand final opponent, and it could very well be his countryman. Keeper again under pressure, but we do have the second stab. Both are gunning for the keepers, as of course they are a fragile part of the army. Riju is ready. Oh, Dise, you need that Thorn Zora! The stabs were ready, but maybe not in range. The Demon Hunter got trapped there, and this is an essential hero that he lost twice, and he just simply cannot afford that.
Oh yeah, losing Keeper in this fight is absolutely a no. It's Tornzauer now working for Colorful, and Demon Hunter is lost. GG it is.
Colorful versus Fortitude in the grand final. China's taken over. First appearance of Chinese player at RaRa, and both go undefeated into the best of 7 grand final.